because you can't see something doesn't mean it isn't there.
That is Hysteria, the new series that follows the Satanic Panic in the late 80s when a high school heavy metal band realizes they can capitalize on their town's sudden interest in the occult.
And for more on the show, we're joined now by one of the stars of the series, two-time Emmy winner, Julie Bowen. So good to have you on the morning show up here in Canada. We are big fans of yours, Julie. We are big fans of Modern Family. But here, I'm warning everyone, I'm warning our viewers, this show ain't that. And while you still play a mom, Linda ain't Claire.
No, she definitely is not Claire. And I think that's what excited me was there's only one Claire. There's only one Modern Family. Probably the greatest job I may ever have. But I wanted to do something very different. And Linda sure is different.
Absolutely. And listen, this series delves into what was known as the Satanic Panic back in the late 80s. Julie, how familiar were you with that before filming this?
I was sort of familiar. I mean, I was not super, I grew up in the suburbs and it was very quiet, but that is always where the Satanic Panic seems to take hold. I remember there being stories about, they were completely made up, about Dungeons and Dragons and kids killing themselves because their character died, and how if you listen to certain music backwards, it was the devil talking. And these would be sort of passed around, not by our parents, but amongst each other. And we would freak each other out with those stories. So yeah, I remember it.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, Julie's reminding me of kind of like the urban legends, how it just kind of grows like wildfire. You know, if you look in a mirror and all of that stuff, but it's wrapped into it.
Oh, I don't even. Yes, I remember. Yep.
But you know what I am loving watching this is the music, the soundtrack. We're all going back in time. What's been your favorite part in reminiscing? The music, the fashion?
Well, the fashions are so, I mean, they're fun. It's great that, you know, the 80s are getting a whole second look. Suddenly Princess Di doesn't look dated. She's like the fashion icon. Shoulder pads are happening. So that was all very fun. I was never into metal per se, but I do love the way that they've mixed in, you know, 80s classics with metal in this show. I was embarrassed that I wasn't into metal, and then I thought, you know what? Linda's not into metal. She doesn't know what's going on. It's okay.
All right, listen, we saw you and your Modern Family co-stars reunited at the Screen Actors Guild Awards this past March. Could you, Julie, see any of them maybe sign up, I don't know, for a future Hysteria cameo?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I mean, I play tit for tat. If Sophia wants to put me in Griselda Part 2, that can't be. I think Griselda might be dead. Then I would do it. Tyrell could put me in one of his Yeah, we could do some horse trading. We'll see.
Sure. I mean, anything's possible, right? Yeah. Also got to ask you, as a big golfer myself, I was so excited, so happy to hear that you'd signed on to join Adam Sandler, of course, for Happy Gilmore 2. 30 years after the original. We can hardly wait for this. Can you tell us any little thing that we can expect?
Look, I did this so I could get Grandma's house.
Without any spoilers, I could say that there are flashbacks. So you will get to see Virginia Venet in her original hair. Well, I'll be de-aged. Trust me, I'll be de-aged. I can't tell you anything that happens in the movie except for that there are more cameos than you could possibly imagine. It's going to be really fun.
I've heard a big rumor. Maybe somebody who's dating Taylor Swift. Maybe.
What? I'm sorry. You must have.
Julie, such a pleasure. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Julie. And a reminder that Hysteria premieres tomorrow at 9 p.m. on Showcase and is available to stream on Stack TV.